all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good return there, 17 yards, and the Lions will take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go.
Come get some. Come on. Hit it.
Throwing to start the drive. McLean, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down now. It's Jenkins.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the gun on third down, Chamberlain. And he finds a man in a crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Chamberlain. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
General West. Go.
58 to Mike.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Throwing on second and 14. Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Interception all day, baby. Let's get this.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Go. You. 80 weapon. Hey, hit it.
To throw on 3rd down. Chamberlain throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parks. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
On 3rd down, Jenkins. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Chamberlain. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parks. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, foxtrot.
2nd and 1. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, Fulton. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Don't want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Fulton, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
You got him. You got him.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, Diff. Come again.
Jackson now. And he fires one, but incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up alive. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Jackson down. From the gun, he'll throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Check, 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 check. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And his kick is right there. It's good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Yes. Here we go. 58, boys. 58. Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Chamberlain. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out.
58, right over there. Go.
Throwing on first down. Chamberlain under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Chamberlain. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Switch.
Now a give, right side. Fulton. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Don't get nervous. Go, Mike, 51. Mike, 51.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his third field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. There he goes left side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now it's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. Fulton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he lost the football. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Shit. Hey, alert 3.
Recon, 132 fighter, snap.
On first down, it's Jenkins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Back now at Ford Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
On third down, Jenkins. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Hey, wahoo!
On 4th down, Chamberlain. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Fulton. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Fulton.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Mike 58 right there. There it goes.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll try to left side. Fulton, he'll get 3 up to midfield. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as they have taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Watch the whip. SOS.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to air one out, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll try the left side. It's Jenkins, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Jenkins. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 43. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Go, Jack, let's go. We got this.
Now Jackson. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing now is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll